ecstatic. I'm over the moon, you know.
So I actually awarded this award. Awarded this award? That makes sense. Yeah, sure. To you, best documentary.
Yeah, yeah. Long overdue, I suppose. So, you know, I knew I had it, but no. No, no. No, it's, well, if you see the film, it speaks for itself. You can see the work that's gone into it. So it's a lot of hours, a lot of my time, a lot of research. I've done absolutely everything in there. A couple of people did help me on one video shoot, but from video editing, from the filming, the camera sorting out the interviews, pretty much everything I've done. Artwork, the music scored.
You're a one-man band, mate.
Exactly, that's what I'm known for anyway. I'm known for being a one-man band.
So tell me, where did the idea for this documentary come about?
Oh, I've always been into music, so like in the 80s, I got involved in the hip-hop scene, and I was fascinated by the DJs and everything and what they were doing, so I wanted to know how they made these records. I got into it myself. I started producing music, I started DJing, and I wanted to get to know more, so I started going to New York, go and meet the DJs I looked up to. Went over there with a video camera, I sleep on the street, sleep in the subway, say, let me interview you. They gave me time. And I made my name in New York, and then every year I'd go back and talk to these people. I'd become friends with them. Said I want to make a movie, they let me. And, you know, I've made about 15 films in this genre. And the catalyst for this movie was my wife leaving me, giving me a divorce. So I said, right, from that point, I'm going to show her what I can do then. And I made this movie.
I mean, more swiftly move on from that, but...
But sometimes you need something that's going to fuel you because, you know, you work in this and you're trying to live a normal life in Birmingham. There's not opportunities, there's not a scene here, or you don't get a sense of there's other people trying to do what you're doing. So I needed something to give me a kick up the backside, and that's what it was. So, yeah, it was that happening. It meant to happen. But I've been like doing this and living in my bubble for like the last 25 years, you know. But like I said, to get the award, it's one of the best feelings because I know that this is one thing that I wanted to get. You know what I mean? Because I want to see people, I want to show people that, you know what, all those people that didn't believe in me, here you go, you know. And that's a lot of hard work. It wasn't just something that it's handed over to me. It is based purely on hard work, you know.
Sleeping on...
Every day, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll get up and I'll be working. And I'll go to my job, finish my job, come back, and I'll work till I drop. And it's been my life since '96. And that's, you know, well documented. A lot of people know that. So, you know, anyone wants to get into filmmaking, it's not an easy job. They see the end product and they think, oh, that's great and all this, but it's not. It's difficult. I do everything in there. You see in the end of a movie, you see like 100 names involved. See my movie, it's like one name. But so, you know, I like the challenge. I love it. I love making movies. I love telling stories. You know, when I'm gone, when I'm not here no longer, that'll stand there. People see it, you know, and I really appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate the platform that you guys give me. And hopefully it can inspire other people in the city or around to go that they can do it themselves. Yeah.
So why do you think it's important that we have, you know, Birmingham Film Festival?
Oh, it's extremely important because this is a city full of talented people. You saw they had the BMAs recently. And you look at the rich history that we've got in music in the city. And there's, you know, there's a lot of people here. You feel like they've got no hope. You know, they want to make films, but what's there for them at the end of it? We need something like this, the second biggest city in the country. We need a platform that can inspire and inspire young generations to, you know, have a go at it and get into filmmaking. It's an art form, and, you know, what films do for people, they lift their spirits, you know, they inform, they do all these things that are fantastic, you know, they highlight some of the tragedies in the world, and they bring it to, like, you know, to the public, and we learn and we see, you know, they can change people's lives. That's why I like making films. I want to change people's lives.
And specifically documentaries, because yeah, you can reflect what is happening in life.
Exactly. You know, the documentaries is about this, like the films that I make, it's about those people who don't really pay attention to what they're about. But these people that like the films that I make, you know, they changed my life, they inspired me. But if they passed on tomorrow, it's important that those stories are told. We've got them alive, so it's really important to tell the stories because they need to be told. They were the people that created something then when there was nothing there. If we don't document that, you know, then we're going to have nothing at the end of it, and then you're going to get some trash. People wearing skinny jeans and stuff.
Skinny jeans and stuff. So, I mean, where did this come from? Are your family creative, or are you a bit of a black sheep?
No, I say honestly, my family is creative. My father got into photography when he was young. He wanted to do art, but coming from an Indian background, it wasn't a done thing to do. So he was forbidden from doing anything like that. So I've always had the artist gene. My brothers had the artist gene, but we didn't know my father had it. So at a young age, like in the early 80s, my father, when video cameras came out, he used to give me the video camera, the big battery pack, and make me film all the family functions. And I just fell in love with, cameras and filming. And he would teach me about cameras. I graduated in design, and I majored when I was doing that, in animation and film. I wanted to make movies. So it was in me. It was in me, and I just said, right, this is what I'm meant to do. So by hook or crook, I'm going to do it.
So give me some advice, or tell the young people who maybe want to make some documentaries. What advice would you give them?
Just go do it. Don't worry about anybody telling you can't do it. Devise a plan. Know what you want to do. Know exactly what it will take. And you've got to decide, make a decision. If you really want it, you've got to put the work in, and go for it. And if you want to go for the avenue of getting grants and funding, go for it. But don't let anybody tell you can't do it.
And what else is in the pipeline, Prit? The next one already?
Oh, I was in New York about 3 weeks ago, and I was talking to a gentleman called Bobby, who was part of a record label called Strong City, and they want me to make a movie about Jazzy J, who...
that's pretty impressive.
And he was the guy that basically was behind the record Planet Rock in the movie Beat Street, and he was a catalyst for dance music in general, whether it be hip-hop or electronic dance music, house music, or not house music, but dance music in general. That record was a very significant record. So, and he was behind Def Jam Records, first record on Def Jam, LL Cool J's first record, the Beastie Boys' first record. So they want me to make a film about him. So we're just talking about it.
I think we've got another bit of an exclusive there. How exciting. How exciting.
Yeah, well...
Very exciting. Touch wood, touch wood, touch wood. Thank you very much. That's Prit. Best documentary. Woo! Thank you. Enjoy the rest.